Hello and welcome to Titan's Review Corner. I'm Titan. Today I thought I would do something a little bit different. I'm doing a book, sort of talking about a couple of books though. As some of you may know, I did a review on vampires, which included Anne Rice's Vampire Chronicles. Well, I'm going to talk about a couple of her other books, one being Exit to Eden. Now, some of you may or maybe you don't, know that she also did other works. I'm pretty sure most or all of them are before it, not talking about the Christ book series, which clearly we all know came after. These are her adult books. Now, in this book was very odd for me. I saw the movie. Now, I don't know how many of you out there know the movie. The movie was loosely based off the book. And in some places, I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, that happened. And then other parts I'm like, why is this character here? Because it turns out that the main characters, Rosie O'Donnell and Dan Aykroyd, were just put in there to, I don't know, make it funny. And granted, don't get me wrong, I actually do like the movie, in all of its weirdness. The book actually just centers around the male and female character from the Eden Island, which was, pretty good. You get to see into this strange world which goes over, the sub-dom stuff. They have some, I'm trying to remember, it's actually been a while since I've read this one. Some, adult themes. I think they only got somewhat graphic, like not super graphic. Because I really enjoyed reading this, and I just remember I couldn't put it down until I got to really near the end. It was the last chapter, I think. Maybe not even right away into the last chapter, but the last few pages. I'm reading, and then end. I was like, wait a second. That's it? You went through this entire story. That's it? I just remember being let down. This really, really, really good book with really interesting stories and characters, and then nothing. I'm like, oh man, are you? I just remember being really, really ticked, and I didn't throw my book across the room. As far as I know, I've only done that once or twice. But this was close. If she had done, I don't know, even anything more to the ending than what she had, because for me, it really wasn't an ending. It just stopped. I hate that. Especially in books. I have to invest a lot more time in a book than I do a movie or a TV series. Even a long TV series. Though that sounds weird. So I was like, okay. Well, I don't hate it. I don't love it, though. So this book I'd have to give a B. It would have been a lot higher had it actually had an ending. So, that aside, and I don't know where my other books are. Much later, I actually came across a set. Actually, I had to buy them individually. But the Sleeping Beauty trilogy, which is, they re-released under her name. It was under another name. And Rambling. So, okay. I'm like, here's another one. I'm excited. Let's go. So I can't remember the subtitles of the book. They had like Beauty's Release, Beauty's something. Anyways, so I started reading the first book. I was completely taken off guard, like, after the first chapter. It was this, okay, we're setting it up, because it starts being read like you're getting into the world of Sleeping Beauty. And then it's like, halt, full, stop on a dime, now we're going to go this way. I was like, oh, I think I will follow you on this journey. And the main character, whose name is Beauty, the prince finds her, wakes her up, and actually makes her part of this world of subdom. Like, she's actually a servant in this royal household sort of thing, and she ends up getting not pampered. That's not the word I'm looking for. Treated basically, as like almost a sub. She's like the lowest rung in this particular hierarchy of characters, where the prince, the king, and the queen, they're the highest, and then there's their personal subs, and then the household servants, the maids and stuff, will probably be the next one down, and then she's under that. That's about the best that I can use to come up with how this fits together. So there's situations that totally blew my mind, because I wasn't expecting to come across that. Then I'm trying to remember. I know that there was a pony parade. I know that's not the exact word, but where they wear the pony shoes and they have to walk a certain way. They had that in the first book. I think that was the first book. Then it shifts, and somehow she gets away from the palace, or she's taken away from the palace, and she has to go to the town. Now the town's even worse as far as how these sub people are treated. But at the same time, it's very interesting because she's learning all these experiences, and you learn these experiences through her. And the way that she wrote it, it was just really engaging. I was like, okay, I'm following this. Of course, by now I can't really remember the third book like I want to. But when I got to the third book, and I'm reading, like, oh gosh, don't be this book again. Don't be this book again. I got to the end, and it was an ending, and it was just like the clouds parted and the sun came out and people were singing hallelujah. I'm like, okay, so I got something here. So this book, Exit to Eden, I give it B. It's worth reading if you can handle the letdown ending. But to really get, like, I don't know, a flavor of that, the Sleeping Beauty trilogy, I give that an A. I think that has to be actually some of my favorites of hers, just because they are so different. Because I've read other stuff in that area that's more mild, but still interesting. That was like, oh, that was some well-written stuff. So, I think I'm actually done with Anne Rice now. For the best, because, I don't know, there's nothing else of hers I think I'm really interested in reading, besides a couple more in the Vampire Chronicles, yeah, or the set after that. I don't remember the name of that one right now. Anyways, yes, so, there's that B and an A, so, have a good night.